Having fun. Welcome back to Wild West Van Life. I'm just messing around with the van here. I'm at my son's driveway here again, so he's happy about that. So I'm just cleaning up connections for now. I had to order a bunch of heavy wire because I'm gonna run some new wires from this battery to the back battery, and from this battery to the alternator. Put in some heavy grounds. Um, so I'll show you what I got going on here. It's hard to see. So I'm just cleaning up the ground or the live connections here on these bolts and these two here. And this is what's scaring me, that fuse box right there. It's I don't know how well you can see it, but it looks pretty scary. So I'm hoping it's not something in that. But they don't look good at all. So I spray them with WD-40 for now. If anybody out there's got any advice or I haven't tackled a job like that since I was very young, so I can't remember what's all involved pulling out that fuse box and changing it all, but I know I don't want to get into it right now. So I'm hoping that's not the problem. So over here, if you can see this here, try to get my camera down in here. That's supposed to be an isolator. So I'm going to be taking these bolts off because that isolator looks like the original one that came with this van. I don't know if I can get one, but I'm not even going to bother. I'm going to put in a heavy duty isolator with the heavy duty wires. So I'm just going to get rid of the system that I have and go bigger. The other problem I have, I don't know for sure if the bolt on the back of my alternator, I'm going to be running a lot larger wire from there straight over to my or straight over to my other battery. The way they got it going is the little wires on the plug here goes down to the starter, and then it piggybacks across there over to the big live wire here. So that goes down to the starter, and then up from the starter it comes up to this little plug in the side of the alternator right here. So I'm just going to bypass that. I'm going to run a heavy wire off that alternator back bolt and run it straight over to the battery. And if that don't cure the problem, then I'm going to have to switch out this alternator. But this alternator is not that old. When I had the problems up in Grand Cache with the electrical issues when they first started, when I got this thing back to town, I switched out the alternator, and it didn't cure the problem. So I don't think that's my problem, but I'm going to go heavy duty on the wiring anyways. So that's where I'm at right now. Fix my glasses here, they're falling off my head. So that's the project I got going on right now. I can't do anything major until the wires come in. So I'm going with the heaviest gauge, and I'm just going to redo everything. Put in my own electrical system. If anybody's got any advice out there, I'm hoping I can't hurt anything by doing it that way. I know it's better for it. I know that part. But if I don't solve the problem of the original situation, then how much trouble am I going to cause to put in a lot more heavier wire? Because in my opinion, it's going to search for the weak points. So if it's the wire in that, if it's one of the wires in that fuse box, then I don't know. But if it's that volt or that isolator, because sometimes it's charging, sometimes it's not, but then sometimes it just won't charge at all. And I end up when I start my van, whatever volts is sitting on the gauge, it just drops like a couple numbers. So if it's like for instance, say if it's at 12.2, I'll start the van, it'll be 12.1. As I'm idling, it might come down to 12. Then it turns around. If I rev it up, it'll go down into the 11s. I've had it go all the way down into the 10s. So I've replaced batteries, alternators, and so I'm just going to go heavy duty wire and put in a better, what you call it, isolator. I have a hard time remembering all the names of stuff. But anyways, if anybody out there knows anything about these things, I would appreciate any info at all. My video that I posted late last night, I got one comment on it, but he's not too happy with the way I'm shooting my videos. I apologize for that. So I've just been dealing with so much stuff lately with medical and finances and this vehicle and all the issues and stubbornness. I just said, heck with it, I'm just gonna pack my bags, head for the road, and see what happens. But I can't afford to be making choices like that. When I start getting a little too nervous, I don't bother torturing myself. So I just decide to come back and just get into this mess and figure it out because I'm getting nowhere. And so the comment I got says that it's like being on an airplane ride with my videos. I can't comprehend getting in the mood and trying to come up with those great shots because my brain is going 1,000 miles a minute. I just can't relax enough to concentrate. If I could have everything just mellow out just for a small bit of time, I could probably do some cool shots and do some proper editing and proper this and that. But when I'm so frustrated and I'm trying to figure this out and I'm getting nowhere and I just keep spending money that I don't have, I can't concentrate on nothing. So I apologize if I sound like a whiner or anything like that, or I apologize if I'm not giving you guys the quality shots and all that. So right now, I stuck out this little table. So each moment that I have, I'll be trying to get still shots from that table. So I'm not doing airplane mode with you guys. I don't know. But I see a lot of YouTubers just selfie walking around, just doing their thing, and they're getting million subscribers or million views or whatever. So I'm trying my best. I'm a beginner, and that's all there is to it. It's not a very good excuse, but it's the one I have. So I'm trying to do what I can. I'm trying to keep a positive attitude, but I'm having it very hard and I'm very struggling. It took me a long time to gather up a small bit of money to try to go on a little trip. And then it fails because now I got to sink every nickel of that and then a little bit from my son to help me out and try to fix some of these issues. And then maybe I might be able to go somewhere else again. I don't know. But I'm not sure how well you can hear me. I have my microphone on. I'm assuming it's working because the green light's on. But living in this neighborhood, it's very hard to get any videoing done because as soon as they see a camera guy out, I got pressure washers going from both sides. I've got garbage trucks. I've got kids screaming. I got all kinds of stuff going on. But that's just life, right? But it's just funny. It's nice and quiet. So I set up myself a little table. Everything was nice and super quiet. As soon as I press that record button, everybody wakes up. But anyways, I'm just going to let you go here. I just wanted to let you know what I'm at. I'm working on the van and waiting for stuff. Please mail. Don't fail me on this one. I still haven't got my rubbers or heard anything from that for my windows. I sure hope I don't have to wait this long for my wires, but we'll talk to you soon. Take care for now. Well, here we go again. So, little update. I can't see. I apologize. It's daylight. So, anyways, I try to get my phone turned around here. This is it's funny. It's really bright outside right now, and I can see in here no problem. So, I put a ground strap from the top of the battery post up into a bolt on the fender in there. So I took the paint all off, cleaned it all up, and cleaned up the bolt and put the ground strap on there. And then that blue wire right here, I cleaned up both ends of those. I replaced this wire. I made a new wire. Goes over to the isolator that I showed you down here. And I put a new ends on and cleaned those all up, both sides. And that's where I'm at right now. Now the next is I got to clean up some of the plugs and stuff on the alternator and go from there. So I'll put you back down here on the table. Amazing how all these diesel loud trucks keep coming every time I turn this thing on. So that's where I'm at now. I just wanted to do a little short, show you my progress so far. So I've been at it for a while, but I've been interrupted a few times for a few things. That's life. But anyways, I don't know. Worst part is I'm doing all this and then I'm going to be yanking it all off in order to put all the heavy wire on whenever that comes. But I don't want to have a fire. So if I'm shorting out somewhere, I want to see if I can find it. Don't need my van burning down. So to be continued. And hopefully we get it figured out. Because this is a lot of stress for me. I just keep buying and I just don't have the money anymore. I'm out of money. Like I'm paused after I'm done all this. If this doesn't cure the problem and I have to buy another alternator, which I have to upgrade, and the next upgrade for that is pretty expensive around here. So I hope that's not the problem. But process eliminations. Keep cleaning and keep looking and see what happens. Talk to you soon. Peace out.